Alrighty, g'day guys, jumping into a LIHL game on FPG. And we'll see what we end up in terms of roles. Got my team here and against these guys. Alrighty, I actually rather like this role. So we got Malformation. What we can do is just cheeky little mix with Engineer. So I've got LOD ship on red with a flying machine as well, bloody good roll. Got a corrupted ant on blue, possibly going into turrets. I will go into turrets, but we'll see. Then we've got a time stealer with exec on purple. Alrighty, so in terms of weak levels, with the 2-0 time stealer, we're already definitely on the weak side for level 2. So I'm not going to do anything silly, and I'm actually going to stay 2-0 on cover. What you have got an option to do is not build this level 1, push 3-0, and then upgrade the scientist for level 2, and that will generally do quite well. But I'm actually going to plan to overbuild a little bit, add a mouth, and upgrade this engineer, just to make sure I'm able to completely clear my line on 2 against Ascend. I was definitely turrets, but it will be very interesting to see where we go from here. Anyway. Cool. We're good against warriors. Improvising. Oh boy. Good against warriors. Should be okay verse 2 as long as the LOD doesn't risk. Beautiful warriors. I'm very, very happy about that, of course. Terrible for the time stealer. But 3 of our lanes are quite good here, so definitely not a game ending sort of thing. And I'm strong on 15, so if I have a good early game like this, I can definitely pick up where the time stealer left off. We'll see how I do here. If I'm lucky, I'll actually hold. If I'm slightly unlucky, I'll just clear. If I'm rather unlucky, I'll actually leak a couple of creeps as well. But honestly, this is completely fine. Can only push 3-0 on the unlucky side. So they got one guy slow there, so I'll just type that in chat. I can't push any more than this because I want the mouth. Actually, no, I can push more than this. I've got the engineer. I forgot about that actually, so that's my bad. Can easily just upgrade the engineer. Just going to tab out for a second. Got a Discord. Yeah, anyway, all good. Sorry about that. Got Elite Archer on green, Cannon, and Mudman. So our LOD is saying he's going to aim for a 7-hold. I imagine he's going to go for Ship, Hades, and potentially an ad, but we'll just see where we go from here. So we got a Frostwolf now for level 2. Interesting. I believe this is actually going to leak. So I'll just let him know my suspicion is he leaks. But he can do whatever he wants with that information, I don't mind. It's just unsolicited advice, so. Cool. So for level 3 I'm going to add a mouth and then a couple of ogres as well. But I will push the lumberjack because I'm not expecting Ascend here. Cannons are not good versus Ascend on 4, in my opinion. Just letting them know my sort of opinion. I actually can't push this. I've managed to miscalculate here, which is a bit of a bad look. To queue up that lumberjack so much and then push the wisp really slowly. That's just because I'm sort of more focused on talking with what our plan's going to be and all that, rather than actually fully focused on my own lane. So I'm not going to pretend that's good play by me, but you know, these things happen. So the nice thing about this engineer is it really lets me push quite aggressively. early on. The slightly negative thing about it, yeah, a little bit. The main problem with his role now is at level 8, he just has nothing, so... the slightly negative thing about it is I do have to overbuild a bit for level 5. And even level 4, I need to grab another mouth, but that's okay. I will do the lumberjack even though we're sending... Will I? Yeah, I think I will, because otherwise I'll be stuck on 6-0 for a very, very long time. This engineer hitting one creep here, and then one creep is absolutely horrendous. It's actually going to cause me to leak. Which I'm not very happy about. If it was sort of being a bit smarter. Well, I know this can hold. Built with it before a few times, but that was rather unlucky, I think. Oh well, these things happen. Anyway, I would say this is a send for us. It's a bloody big send, so... Cool. Not very happy about this leak, obviously, but it's definitely not the end of the world. Just costs me a little bit of push. So I will push this wisp here, because otherwise I'll be stuck waiting for the lumberjack for a very, very long time. So already I've managed to stuff this game up a little bit, but that's okay. I think that was more down to bad luck, at least to leak so much. Being said, AoEs and AoEs, they're not always super consistent, so this is what it is. Come to think of it, engineer positioned right here probably would have given me a better result on level 3 there, so that's definitely a bit of a lesson to take out of it. So we've got 4 Blood Orcs and 2 Furbs, I believe. Pretty bloody good as a send for sure. So it looks like he's actually going Hades, potentially, for 5. I'm okay with that. I think it's reasonable for sure. So I'm going to change my plan up a little bit, because otherwise I'll be stuck way too low push. And I'll actually just go for 5 mouths. I don't mind leaking on 5, but I should be good on 6 because of the engineer again. In general, I'm not a big fan of 5 mouths, because it's a little bit awkward, particularly around sort of level 8. But I don't think there's I think it's a better option in this case. So we'll see. 29 leaks, so quite a bit of overbuild. It's a little bit on the fail side, but we'll see what they have mid. Alright, a cannon without ammo, and then a very low health ice troll on yellow. So this cannon that doesn't have any ammo, that's completely fine. Obviously it won't be able to kill many of these creeps, but it's going to be very slow now, which is alright for us here. Definitely not a goal like I was sort of hoping. I suspect that cannon was overbuilt, because at least from what I've seen, cannon doesn't do all that well against send on 4. So just take the win, I think, for this one. I think there's a relatively high chance they're sending level 5, especially with the cheeky little juggle there. But we have red, who's going to be very strong. If you need 3 gold, just do an upgrade, man. It was a bit of a huge juggle. Like, if you need just a little bit of gold like that, just do the bloody upgrade. Low FPS for unknown reason. Alright, man. Sure. Cool. We end up with immolation, which is potentially going to be on the horrendous side. I want to add this mouth here, clog the creeps a little bit, which won't really matter on 5, but it'll be better on 6. Okay. So in terms of level 6, this will, level 5, pardon, this will obviously do very well. This actually isn't completely horrible. Pandas are rather good on level 5. This won't do too well, and I won't do well this then, but that's okay. You know, after that leak on 3, there was no way I was going into an overbuild this game, so we'll just see if they decide to sort of punish us here. We can see they haven't got any regen, so I do expect a 5 send, but let's see. Nope. Alright, good for us. We're pretty good on, we're pretty happy on 6 and 7. Obviously 6 we've got our Hades and Immolation. 7 we've got Immolation, so should be on the strong side for sure. So I'm not actually expecting to hold here, I'm expecting to leak a little bit, but we'll see how we go. It's good that this engineer takes a little bit of aggro. It's not ideal if he ends up dying though. Yeah, bit of a leak, definitely. But it was that or end up staying very, very low push, so I think it was on the necessary side, otherwise I just wouldn't be pushing. And the game's rather slow already, so I'm quite confident that I'll still end up okay. Look, 30-40 bounty. Can't really read that lake. It's probably... it's not the Astral Land. Is it? No. Astral Golem, it's a Saber / EA. Yeah, I agree with that, for sure. So in terms of a build here, I think I'll just grab a couple of ogres. One ogre. Eh, 2 ogres, 1 ogre. Kind of tossing up about it. What I might end up doing with this is just pushing 7-3, saving gold and going for the Dragonhawk on level 8. I think that's the best thing I can do this game, because it's very unlikely I'll be able to get 2 abnormalities for 8. I'll just try and get that Dragonhawk. I'm expecting a lot of King Gold, whether they're sending Hero on 7. I think both teams are going to leak a lot to King, which means that I should be able to get enough gold to get that Dragonhawk without too much of an issue. Okay, they don't end up sending here, which I kind of appreciate just in terms of my lane. 3 regen, yeah, good spot. So they have started to King a little bit. We were planning to full send anyway, so I wouldn't say it's a big deal. They might have actually planned to send 6, but then my leak made them scout the Hades. It's probably somewhat likely that's what occurred actually. As you can see, I'm not really having a problem holding here compared to level 5. Mouths are generally a little bit better on 6 than they are 5. Obviously the engineer and the couple of ogres helping out. Cool, so I'm going to hold gold here. I'm not interested in building up because I won't do very well even if I do. Could sell like both the ogres or the engineer and get an abno, but I'm not going to do that obviously. I think that's a terrible, terrible idea. So in terms of my own lane, my preference is they send, but it would be nice if red just gets really fat and then he'll be can't break if he gets feed. So what I'm doing at the moment, because it's after income, I'm just waiting to see how much wood I get. 240 wood is 2 commanders, 220 wood is commander hermit. Looks like it's going to be commander hermit. Yep, and obviously 200 wood is 2 hermits, 180 wood is wyvern. So I actually would have made the double commander, but I think it's fine, just a commander hermit. So I actually do end up skipping. It's definitely gonna weaken the 3 of us that aren't holding here just a little bit, but it's okay. It's very, very good for red. Alright, you're taking a look. Pretty quick AoE leak there. It's probably green with the Archer Saber mix. Archer Saber is actually quite a good, quite a bad mix, pardon. It seems like it's a mix that would be good, but it's not very good. That shockwave was rather early, not hitting any of these creeps coming in. So I think we can be happy to see that. All the sends sort of coming at the same time is nice as well. But he might have the shockwave up for more or less now, so maybe it's completely fine. See, immolation, doing immolation sort of things, we're not going to lose this heal here. So that's good. We dropped the heal to Ferb actually, but I guess they just weren't feeling like they could send it. We're very close to losing it actually, but we will keep it. Got to make sure we get some regen in sooner rather than later though. That's the first heal gone, yep. And I believe they're gonna lose their second one as well. Ooh, maybe not that shockwave. Definitely on the close side. Anyway, they're still upgrading here, 15-20. Yeah, they've got quite a bit of regen, so they'll be alright with just one heal. Not great for us, but it is what it is. I think this game we can send a fair bit on level 10 as well. Alrighty, so double Abno is 400, 390 gold, so I can actually sell one ogre and get double abnormality, and I'm going to do that. I didn't expect to be able to do that, which is why it wasn't sort of in the plan. But I'm going to grab the one here, because actually, no, because I got a little bit of backline. I'll grab this one here. Awesome. And I'll look to go sort of 7-4 for 10 and just damage. I'm a bit too weak to actually be a proper sort of holder, but that's okay because we've got red. I'm definitely not looking to go dead lane though, because my role is still quite good, even if I'm on the weak side. And I suspect there'll be a fair bit of gold on level 10, so I'll be able to at least be reasonable mid game. That sort of plan works for me. Rather, this engineer didn't get sniped here. Good, it looks like he's going to stay alive. At least for a little bit, just to get these bugs working and killing as many creeps as possible. It's generally the idea. Not all that wonderful. They got distracted by an Echo that sort of walked away from spawn area, then had longer to run. But you know, that's okay, it is what it is. We'll see what they've got sort of in the mid there. Good point. I'm actually going to stay, because otherwise I think I'll leak too much 9. So it's a spider on the EO. But that's fine, I'm not all that worried about spider archer. We have immolation, so we actually need to get the one shot. Otherwise we will lose this heal. So for now we should just hit any creeps through a little bit damage. There we go, 18 attack. I think you need 19 actually in this version with the slightly weaker king. So I'll do that if no one's going to reach it first. Looks like I'll reach it first. There we go. 20 attack, it's confirmed one shot, so that's fine. We did a little more king than we'd sort of planned, but you know, it is what it is. It's not worth losing the heal for sure. I think I will get an Ascendant for 10 then. It's not too bad here either. Sorry, I was cracking my knuckles. Shouldn't do that in front of the microphone. I hope that wasn't too loud. Anyway, I'll drop the couple of ogres here. So I get 250 gold plus about 76. So about 80 gold, 230 gold. Anyway, ending up at about 300, 320, 330 gold. So as long as I hold here, I can push the 7-4 and just get the Ascendant, and I believe I will hold here without a problem. But yeah, no, he's absolutely right, not the best game for sure. Especially after I had like a relatively good start, clearing warriors, but you know. Definitely unlucky on 3, but I suppose I just sort of potentially just sort of kept going with the overbuild and gotten the Abno for 5 and just played a little safer in that regard, but yeah, I don't think it was unreasonable why I did it. I think it would have been better against Descend 5, considering if they sent 5 I would have liked a lot, whether I had the abnormality or I had what you know, what I had. Alrighty, in terms of leaks here, doesn't look like it. It's definitely not a deadline, so there's potential for 17 games. This guy has zero bounty, that doesn't mean too much. On the weak side for 10, definitely. They got a ship, which is on pink, so it's ship cannon, I think. And then spider, saber. Yep. So I just want to be 7-4 just because I'm not confident. If I stay 7-3, I'm not confident I'll get enough gold to actually push 7-4. So I'll just do some damage like this. And if I'm stuck 7-4, then honestly it's not a major issue as far as I'm concerned. Drop in one more dino and then I think I'll save the rest. Kill. So red's obviously very, very strong here. 2 Hades, ship, flying machine and a harpy. That's actually rather nice. So just hopefully this ship doesn't sort of screw him over, but I think it won't. Got 3 Wolverines here. If he's lucky, he'll crit. If he's not lucky, he won't. So, you know, we'll just see. I think we're full sending. Yeah, I'm feeling it actually. I don't think we need to save. Alright, I actually end up skipping, which I'm surprised about. They didn't send 7, they didn't send here. So they have a whole lot of bank. I'm not exactly sure where they're planning to send though. Because I guess 12? I guess it's probably 12 send we're looking for. Surely I'm not leaking 3 bosses here. Okay. Leaking 2 is certainly on the embarrassing side, but yeah, these things happen. It was pretty horrendous focus with the Ascendant going for the rightmost, most other things going for the left boss. But yeah. Definitely unlucky, definitely not a good game for me, but that's okay. In terms of leaks, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bosses there, 7 bosses. 7 bosses there, alright. Yeah, they do indeed have to 12. I don't think they have a choice, they'll die 14 otherwise. But I feel relatively safe on 12. I think ship is quite good, especially with the front line. Blast is not too bad at all. Pretty sure. Gee, got all of the gold there, that's ridiculous. Still, that'll get him an extra blaster for sure. It's definitely good for the content, shall we say. Easy carry, I hope so, man. Anyway, I'm saving wood here because I'm one of the weaker lanes. See, they are gonna drop this second heal, which is fine. You may consider 13. They lost only 1 heal on 7, so I'm not sure where the -3 is coming from. It was close to 2 heals, but the shockwave came in on level 7. Cool. So, yeah. I'm kind of surprised that they're aiming 12. I don't think it's necessarily a great idea from them. I'll just push it. I don't think I'm really going to worry about trying to hold. I don't actually feel like we're all that much in danger. But we'll see how we go. Eh. Without pushing, 40 income on all of them. Eh. I guess it's worse to just die. So yeah, fair enough. I feel like I could push relatively safely, but we'll see how we go. They don't have a choice, but besides sending 12, I suppose. The reason to push would be if they had an option to sort of try anything else. But they are really forced to either 12 or 13. Because yeah, they look at 15, they actually look at 14. To basically anything. Resembling a decent send as well, so. We have 4 heals, even though we have immolation, which is obviously not good 12. 4 heals, arena win, 2 fat lanes. I'm on the confident side for sure. Nah, man. I only upload wins for sure. No, definitely not, but we'll just see how we go. So what's this build? Is that a... That's a Mudman that he's like upped and cancelled, so the model looks really weird. Bloody annoying. Golem, Wendigo, nice draw. Okay. Definitely, nah, definitely a bit of a pauper's role there. Okay. Veteran, I think. I think that's... No, it's guard actually. Guard, Necro, Naya. Alright. Cannons, ship, helicopter, and EA, Saber, Spider. Okay. I don't think we need to send it all. And we have King to do as well, so I don't want to blow all our wood. And they're relatively good on 12. So this is 2 blasters for our blue, which is not bad. Hopefully he built them in front. I didn't actually sort of look. I'm sure I did. Anyway, 23 leaks, 0 bounty, I imagine. Yeah. Ghost is dead, and yellow is on the low value side. He's honestly done a relatively good job with the difficult role. See, now it's popped in as a golem. That's really strange. I'm not sure why that's happened now. That was looking different as it was earlier. Yeah, so 25 to 94 regen. 75, 70 regen approximately. So it's about 13 regen. Yeah, just sort of nice to have an eye on it. In terms of a build, we'll just grab another one of these scientists. But I'm not going to be building mutants, after 12. I'm going to keep going with the griffins, because even if we burn so much wood on King that we can't send 15, I expect their resend to be 16. Rather than 17. Oh bloody hell, he actually reached 3 blasters. That's very, very good. Okay, so we got 3 blasters, we got 2 Hades, 2 ships, helicopter. Cool. And obviously Griffin on me is not too bad. Purple's recovered relatively nicely. Really? Okay. I mean, we have bank, so I guess. Still don't think it's necessarily all that great for them, but we'll see. So, we rerolled away things that were good 13, which is understandable. I don't think so, to be honest. The cannon's good if he loads. I guess this guy. He might not be mid, actually. I feel like we probably could kill them there. He's probably right, but we do have rather low wood on a couple of people. I don't mind, go. Alright. Go is the call. I'll just do the ping there because we sort of sent. We'll see if this ends up being a bit of a team kill, but I think it will be okay. I think Warlock is not that useful against the units they have, so I'm actually going to go Abnormalities since we're expecting a send here. Abnos are actually quite good on 13. So I really wouldn't bother with Warlocks, just because all we need to do is get creeps leaking. Warlock isn't good against this. Like, he's got 1 cyborg, the ship has low health, and it just spawns like adds, right? So you don't really need the minus armor. The only thing it's nice for is the king, and I'm pretty sure that as long as we get creeps to mid, they'll die, and that's more important. Breaking lanes is more important than actually getting warlocks on the king. This game, in my opinion at least. Yeah, okay, they do send here. So let's see. Build another blaster. I guess we had nothing better. and we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to go easy on the upgrading until we actually see how everyone does. Going for third ship, not a big fan of that, definitely would have spun the reroll. Ship is relatively bad on 13. Actually the blast has done the best out of us, it's kind of funny. As you can see, our ship LOD is not great. Yeah, absolutely Pudge that works 13, man, they're melee units. Anyway, it looks like we'll be losing this game actually, on level 13, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting for sure. Maybe we'll win the race, but I'm not overly confident. We have a reasonable amount of attack and 2 more heals. No, we might be okay actually. Let's see. I think attack's going to be more important. Ah, we have max attack, perfect. We have more king than I thought actually. Ah, because we did some on 10. It's -3. So as long as they die, we'll be right, and I believe they will. Problem is this next shockwave is going to kill a bunch of creeps, but it won't be enough. It'll still, I didn't quite kill the creeps actually. That hermit there, hiding from purple, made the difference. That hermit right there was the difference maker actually, for sure. Because we're on our last heal now, I believe. Alrighty, interesting game. I certainly didn't have a particularly good game. I don't actually think I made all that major of a misplay. But yeah, there are definitely things I could have done differently. I'm not sort of convinced on how well or how badly I actually played it, even though obviously it didn't work particularly well. Definitely could have held 3 pardon, but that was just the engineer hitting one creep after another. It was very, very unlucky. Anyway, I'm going to stop badgering on about it. Cheers for watching. See you next time.